Hello, my name is Jason Buck from Walser Honda in Burnsville, Minnesota. Here today to explain and go over the 2017 Honda CR-V. This is the 20th year of the CR-V's, 5th generation, complete redesign from the ground up. And today we'll be focusing on the touring trim level in particular, which is Honda's top of the line, fully loaded version of everything. We'll start in the front here. They've redesigned quite a bit of everything from the ground up again. The front fascia is a lot bolder. You have a lot more aggressive lines on the side to give it a little more utilitarian look, a little more luxurious look as well. Underneath the hood, they've introduced a new engine. So you have a 1.5 liter turbocharged engine, which is a little more fun to drive, gives you a little more horsepower and a little more pep, but the biggest thing that it does is give you better fuel efficiency. So most customers are getting around 29 to 30 miles a gallon combined, which is amazing and best in class for a small SUV around the market. It's also paired in with a continuously variable transmission, a CVT, which instead of giving that rev up and shift feel in the seat, it actually moves on a belt and pulley system to give you a little smoother, quieter, more fuel efficient ride to begin with. On top of that, Honda's huge into safety. So how they build their frames, they use what they call ACE body structure. So what that's designed to, for your sake, is keeping you safer in the vehicle in case of a collision. The body is going to take all the impact and absorb the shock, keeping the cabin much safer. It's a nice rigid frame with ultra high strength steel around where you're actually sitting for your family. On the Touring as well, you have LED headlights, auto high beams as part of the Honda sensing features, which is how the IIHS has deemed this a top safety pick plus as a few weeks ago. To get that, you have to have an active suite of features, which is the highest ranking you can get from them. And what that is, there's a camera up here behind the mirror, there's a radar detector behind the H, there's blind spot monitoring, there's a whole slew of different things that are keeping you safer inside the vehicle, making you and your family safer. As well as that, there's a smart key on all of these. It comes standard. What that does, it makes it very convenient to get in and out of the vehicle. To lock it, I can press the ridges here and it locks, and then to unlock it, all I have to do is put my hand behind the door handle as long as the key is on my person. On the Touring, there's a power passenger seat for the first time ever in Honda's World 2 on the CR-V. And in the back seat here is kind of where it's really nice when they had the family in mind and other passengers. Where that seat's all the way back, I'm 6'1", and I still have plenty of space back here with knee room, headroom, shoulder room. There's two high-speed chargers back here, USB ports, so the kids or passengers back here don't have to have 3 feet of cable running from the back. It keeps everyone a little quieter, a little happier. And these seats do recline a couple inches for extra comfort. Which doesn't look like much, but sitting in there actually does give quite a bit of a different feel to it, a little more relaxed as well. And they've added tweeters, which is a really cool little feature on here where they have the main speaker raised up a little bit, tweeters, and gives a lot more fulfilling sound in the cabin for everybody. On the back, not only is there a power lift gate, but there's one thing that's really cool is that there actually is a foot action, hands-free activation for the tailgate as well. So you give it a little football kick, and it raises up every single time I've ever tried to do it. It is programmable as well, so I can have this at different heights if I have a shorter garage, or if I'm not 6'1", a little shorter, you can raise that or lower it to your liking. In the back here, it does come with the privacy cover, so you can keep everything valuable in the back covered up. And then what's really cool for actually moving cargo, if you take these levers, you can pull these split left and right. They'll fold the seats down flat and give you a flush surface for loading up your cargo and getting everything in there. And you can actually take this floorboard, move it down a couple inches, and have a little bit more depth and room for everything that you're trying to get in there too. And then to close it, you can either hit this button, or again, if I give it another little kick, it'll flash, I can back up, and it gives it back down for me too. And then you'll see your backup cameras back here. That's standard on every single trim level, which is a really nice safety feature from the Honda world of everything too. Moving around the side, inside the vehicle, there's a ton of new technology. The power passenger seat has moved from 10-way to 12-way, which is a lot nicer of convenience for having an up and down for your lumbar. They've introduced Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a bunch of other stuff to keep it a little more compatible, a little more safe, and just connected to the drive itself. Last thing too, since there's so much stuff, Honda's introduced a couple things. They have, when you leave with the delivery, I go through a personalized check sheet with you to make sure that when you leave, it's set up to your liking. And whenever you leave, you'll actually be able to go to HondaTechTutor.com, and there's a bunch of tutorials, YouTube videos, making sure that you're connected and you can remember everything as you need it down the road. That's the CR-V.